FBI report shows an 18% decrease in cannabis-related arrests, and an odd letter from a bunch of French politicians reveals that they intend to block cannabis legalization. This is Lo with Very Heal, keeping you up to date with the latest in cannabis news. According to FBI data, around 567,000 cannabis-related arrests were made in 2019. Of those arrests, 92% were for small cannabis possession. This shows a substantial decrease for the first time in 4 years. A decade ago, cannabis arrests peaked at a little over 800,000 in 1 year. 11 states have since legalized recreational use, which have of course contributed to the decline. The stats also indicate that these arrests were less likely to happen in western states, while the northeastern states made up for over half of them. And while arrests for violent crimes saw a marginal decrease, the number of cannabis arrests still vastly exceeded them. The executive director at NORML stated that police make a cannabis-related arrest every 58 seconds. And ultimately, these arrests are a waste of tax dollars and law enforcement resources. Next in news, 80 French parliament members have banded together to block cannabis legalization. 80 French parliament lawmakers published a recent letter citing that if the nation was to legalize cannabis, they would also need to legalize crimes such as arms dealers, fiscal fraud, prostitution, and vehicular speeding. In showcasing their ineptness and expertise, the letter also goes on to suggest that cannabis causes psychosis, schizophrenia, depression, failing grades, and moral degeneration. The lawmakers even cap off their letter with a quote from the Minister of Interior saying, "Drugs are sh*." It sounds like a lot of French lawmakers need to read up on the latest cannabis research and maybe regroup. And lastly, a civil lawsuit has been filed against popular cannabis brand Kushy Punch. The suit alleges they produced and sold over $64 million worth of illegal products. California's Bureau of Cannabis Control released a statement citing that seized records document the production of more than 3.3 million Kushy Punch brand gummies in an 18-month period. This is an estimated value of $64 million. The veteran cannabis company that has been a favorite for over 20 years insists that the products were never meant for distribution, as they had already been well expired. Kushy Punch's attorneys also pointed out one of the many wrinkles in cannabis legalization that are in dire need of ironing out. What we have witnessed is a cannabis extinction event, as many operators are unable to withstand the licensing delays, costs, and onerous taxes that continue to be a barrier for historical brands like Kushy Punch to survive. So go ahead and like this video and give us a follow at Very Heal to stay up to date with the latest in cannabis news. Thanks for watching.